Feel free to pause the video and work on this and come back and let's see what we got. So what I like to do on these ring compounds is, which can get kind of messy when you write it, but I put cyclo first. That way I won't forget. Or if you want, you can put cyclo off to the side. It's probably best to do that. That way the naming won't be so messy. You have to kind of keep going back and forth. So put cyclo, that way you won't forget it, because this is a ring compound. This whole ring here means it's a cyclo. And how many carbons are in this ring? So at each point here, you have a carbon. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a pent, like pentagon. Pent means 5. These are all single bonds. There are no double bonds. So it'd be A-N-E. E-N-E would be single bonds. E-N-E would be double bonds. But we have no double bonds here, so it's pentane. Then it's a cyclopentane, so we don't want to forget that. So which direction will we start numbering? So the halogens, and we have here 2 bromides and a chloride on this compound, are in the same ranking, meaning that one doesn't outrank the other. So how you name them is by alphabetizing. B comes before C. So I will start numbering there first. And I want to go in the direction where I get to this substituent the quickest. If I go that way, it's 1, 2, 3. If I had a numbered it this way, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So one of the rules of nomenclature is to go from one substituent to the next via the shortest path, essentially, or where the numbers are less. So you want to take the shortest path over there. So for these substituents, you have 2. So I would like to go ahead and just put Di for 2. Now if there were 3, it would be tri. If it was 4, to be tetra. For the most part, you will see Di and tri, or di and tri on this. So I will go ahead and put this up here to keep it in mind. All right. So you have to locate each one of those bromides. So both of these are on the first carbon. So you put 1, comma 1. That lets you know that one bromide's on the 1 carbon and another bromide's on the 1 carbon. So you got 2. You can put a dash, put Di. I think that's kind of redundant. If you got 1, 1, you already know it's going to be 2. But nonetheless, you put Di and bromo. All right. So the halogens like bromine are called bromide when they're attached to the compound. But this by itself is bromine. But when it's actually attached to something, it changes the ending to like bromide. Same thing for chloride. When you're naming it, it's going to be bromo-chloro, just like we see here. All right. So 1,1-dibromo, put a dash, and then locate that substituent, which is on the 3rd carbon. So that would be 3 chloro. Then we have to bring this over here like this. Cyclopentane. So we have 1,1-dibromo, 3-chloro, cyclopentane, and all that goes together like this. And also, it's important to remember that the Di in this is not included in the naming. It's just added in there. So when you are alphabetizing bromo and chloro, you do not include Di. That's why I kind of add it like that. Whether it was tri, whatever, you know, you kind of bring that in afterwards. Anyway.